lovelies, the goddess is back with a new pick a card reading, the first one for this year. So these are the predictions for 2022, so what you can expect coming your way, what challenges you may have that you have to overcome, and advice on how to best overcome them, what blessings are coming your way, and I'll have a couple more coming along the way in the next coming weeks for predictions for 2022, but this is the overall theme of your year. So I have 5 piles for you. I have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. Please take the time to pick the pile that really resonates with you. I have different color crystals, so whichever crystal you're really drawn to, that is the pile for you. And I will see you at your pile. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the citrine stone here, this is your reading. So the theme of this reading is predictions for the year 2022. So what you can expect during this year, what you need to know, and how to overcome any challenges that will be coming your way as well in this year 2022. So your first card here that I have for you guys is from one of my favorite oracle decks. This is from The Universe Has Your Back, and this is the theme of your year. So I have obstacles or detours in the right direction. So what I'm feeling from this card here is that what the universe is trying to advise you is that throughout the year you're going to have obstacles, as we always do, and to not see those obstacles as catastrophic things that are to deter you from your actual path, right? Because basically everything happens for a reason, whether it's painful or whether it's not, whether it's a blissful thing, everything happens for a reason. And so even when you make mistakes, even when things fall apart, even when things don't go the right way, realize that these obstacles are actually still guiding you to your right path. So don't see them as blockages, basically. See them as obstacles that you can learn from and overcome, and still getting you to that path that you're meant to go. You'll understand more as I go further into your reading, but that's pretty much the overall theme, and I'll get back to this towards the end of your reading too, to wrap it all up so you can really fully understand everything, but that's the theme. Alright, so this is one of my newer tarot decks as well. This one is called Tarot of Dreams, right? So I have the Devil here, I have the Page of Cups, and the Palace of Wands. I have the Key, we have Vampire here, we have Relax, Clear Your Mind. From the Enchanted Maps Oracle, we have Moonlight, Clarity, Giraffe, and we have Appreciate the Moment. These are 2 messages from your angels. We have Breakthrough and Healing here. Okay, so very interesting. Purple as well. Both of these are purple. This is purple as well. There's a big message about opening up your third eye as well, and having that clarity of situations. And so I'll attach a meditation, a sound meditation that will help open up your third eye chakra, because that's a really big theme in this reading. And Moonlight's also about trusting your intuition as well, which relates again to the third eye. So we'll start here with the tarot, and it goes in order here. I was advised that this is how it's going to play out, right? Your year. So we're starting out with the Devil, and the Devil can be a scary card for a lot of people. I'll show you what it looks up here. So the Devil, it represents, and remember this is a general reading, so take what resonates, because it'll be slightly different for each one of you, what possibly is what possibly has you in chains, right? Because the devil represents being in chains or shackles, like he's in a cage, right? Whether it's addictions, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job that you aren't happy in, it's a feeling of being trapped and bonded and chained, okay? And the truth of the matter is that if you look at this, and this is with all tarot decks, they always show this. They show in some form or another a person trapped, right? But there's a way out. So you can see that this door is actually open, right? But this person here, they're completely helpless. At least they think they're completely helpless, right? They're naked, they have no clothes, they're trying to cover themselves, and they're looking down and they don't actually even see. They're so engulfed in their depression, their emotions of seeing the doom and gloom, that they don't even see that this gate is open, wide open, where they can actually escape. And that's exactly what the devil represents. It represents basically that the devil has power only because we as people here, right, this person here, is not claiming their own power, right? So you, my pile one, you guys are feeling that you are powerless, but that's a big lie. The devil is playing tricks on you, is creating an illusion saying that you have no power, and all the darkness and all the doom and gloom in your life has the power. But that's not true. The power actually resides in you, and all you have to do is lift your head up and look at that gate that's open for you to escape, to leave whatever's oppressing you. Like I said, this is a general reading, so whatever it is, it could be, like I said, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be, you know, finances, it could be multiple, it could be addictions. And addictions aren't always, you know, drugs and alcohol as well. We can be addicted to food. We could be addicted to porn. We could be addicted to being a workaholic. We can be addicted to social media, you know, where we're so much in a fake world that we're not even appreciating the real world, not even appreciating the friends and family that we have around us, because we're engulfed in a fake fantasy world, right? So there's different ways that you can be addicted, right? There's different things you can be addicted to. I've heard of people that have gone through divorces, you know, because they gained too much, you know. So like I said, whatever it is, pile one, that has you oppressed, what the universe wants you to know is that there's a way out. And it starts with you claiming your power and realizing that all the power is within you, and you actually have the power, and there is a way out. Okay? So that's the beginning of it. But then we're getting to this Page of Cups, which is quite beautiful. I actually love the progression of your year 2022, because then we have the Page of Cups. And the pages are always novices, right? They're not quite a knight yet, but they're always very eager to learn. And so what this is telling me here with the page is that there's going to be new beginnings, new emotional beginnings, right? So whatever is keeping you trapped, there's going to be even a spark, because the Palace of Wands is about that fiery spark, right? And so there's going to be a time where, you know, you are going to start feeling, you know what, I am ready to learn from this experience, right? To learn from this obstacle that I've been undergoing. I want to learn from this experience, and I want to progress out of it, right? And that's what the page is showing me. Then we have the Palace of Wands, which is beautiful. Okay, I'm actually going to read what it says in the book here about the Palace of Wands, because it's very unique actually to this tarot deck. The Palace of Wands, not all tarot decks have this. So it says here, and I'll show it to you. This is one of the reasons why I got this deck, because this is a special card unique to this deck. It says this card shows a warm environment that encourages creative inspiration and the launching of plans and projects. The structures are built into a mountaintop, suggesting both the long climb ahead and also the attainability of the goal. Butterflies symbolize transformation of dreams into reality, and red roses signify passion. The structures are lit from within the fires of the heart. Statues portraying the Knight of Wands symbolize forward movement and focus. Okay, so that's beautiful for you guys. So here's the Knight, right? Here's the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands here, and that fire within your heart, right? That fire within is going to get you out of this devil energy, right? And really pursue your goals, right? And it's not going to be easy, right? Because they say here, there's a long climb. There's a long climb, right, to the top. But it's doable. Okay? And you're going to go through a transformation as well. Then we have the key here. So the key, new beginnings. New beginnings, direction, and adventure awaits for those ready to let go of the past, right? So what in the past, pile one, has been holding you back? What in the past is keeping you trapped and in chains, in bondage? What is it in the past that you need to let go of? That's what this reading is saying for you to reflect on, right? So it says here, you know, this card represents a new way of living opening up to you. It's filled with promise and fresh starts, but you first need to let go of the past. When you make room for the new, only then will you fully appreciate the new beginnings that are available to you in the near future. So this is just an example. But say you are dating someone that hasn't wanted to commit to you, right? And they're flaky and flighty, and you keep telling yourself, you know, I want someone that's going to commit to me, right? But then you keep sticking to that person that is being flighty. And so really you're trapping yourself in a way, because, and it's not easy. I get it, it's not easy. But if you let go, then you can actually open up your heart and make room for someone that actually will be possibly committal to you, but you're not, because you are still with that person, you know, that makes you unhappy. And it could be like with a job too. You know, so many people out here is like, oh, they whinge and complain about their job, but you know, they do nothing to either better their job, like go to superior to help the issues that they're complaining about, or get another job. Do you know what I mean? Like, why stay in a situation that's making you unhappy, right? So, because if you were to leave that job, then that opens up a door for a better job for you, right? Because whenever a door closes, 1,000 other ones open. That's just the reality of it. And so that's part of what the message is about new beginnings. You know, in order to have a new beginning that you're craving, you have to let go of the old. That's the only way, right? Like Einstein says, only an idiot continues doing the same thing and expects different results. If you want something different, you got to do something different, right? And so further it says here with personal relationships, so I mean, really the booklet's just saying what I said anyway, so we'll just move on to the next card. So we have Vampire. Okay, so this is emotional intelligence. So this is very interesting. This speaks about being drained, right? Whether it's emotionally drained, whether it's mentally drained, physically drained, there is something in your life that is sucking the life out of you, right? And it's advising you to have healthy boundaries, right? And with the moonlight, this talks about really trusting your intuition, because, you know, the moon, the light of the moon, it doesn't really show us everything that the sunlight does, right? Things are a bit hidden, things are a bit concealed. And so what this card is saying, that, you know, to trust your intuition, to trust what you feel in your gut, because what you're feeling is actually true, right? So if you feel that there's some people in your life or some situation or some job that is draining you, listen to that and do something about it so you can get out again of this energy where you feel powerless and trapped. And part of being empowered is having those healthy boundaries, saying no when you mean no and yes when you mean yes. And it's not selfish to have self-love, and you know what I mean? Like, you really, even in order to take care of others properly, you have to first take care of yourself. That's something my partner's always telling me, because I am an empath, I'm a healer, I'm always trying to heal and care for all these people, because he always says you need to take care of yourself first before you can help anybody, right? Because the truth of the matter is, you're just going to do it half-assed if you're not complete yourself. You need to balance yourself, you need to have healthy boundaries, and that's not selfish. You need to understand that, right? And that's why we have clarity here as well. So you can trust your intuition and you can have that clarity, right? The giraffe is also about, because giraffes are really, this is your spirit animal here. Giraffes, you know, they have these really long, graceful necks, and they graze the trees, and they have this really high perspective, right? They see things from a very high perspective. And so what this is representing is seeing things from your higher self, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things as they actually are, right? And again, that clarity, right? So with the chakra cards here, the clarity speaks about the third eye, right? It's saying that your third eye is blocked right now, right? And you're encouraged at this time to cleanse and work on strengthening it so it can work to its full potential, right? So that's why I'm gonna give you that meditation, because that definitely will help you guys. And once you clear out your third eye, then you're going to find the clarity that you need. And that's what's going to change this, right? Yeah. Again, appreciate the moment as well, right? So this is about appreciating the moment, not living in the past, not living in the future as well, right? I have a bad habit of living in the past. My partner has a bad habit of worrying too much about the future, right? And a lot of us do that too. Sometimes we worry about a future so much and then it doesn't even happen. So we wasted all that energy worrying about nothing pretty much, or worrying about a situation that didn't even happen. And it's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. You could have did something enjoyable with that time, you know, but we were so busy worrying about something. Or, you know, worrying about the past. The past is the past. You can't change it. You can learn from it and move forward. That's all you can do, right? So you can't change the past. And the future isn't set in stone. So really all you have is the present, right? And that's what's saying, appreciate the moment, appreciate the present, right? It says here, every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Okay, and again, those obstacles, right? Learning from those obstacles. The truth is, we learn the best from our mistakes, right? Because if we never made mistakes, we never would really learn. Life would just be boring too, right? Because part of the enjoyment of life, I actually feel, is having those challenges. We all like challenges. Sometimes we hate going through them, but in reality, it's part of what makes life exciting. Let's be real about that, you know? Because if everything was just spoon-fed and handed to us, it would be quite boring. And so see these obstacles as an opportunity to grow and expand and learn, right? So with appreciate the moment, it says here, challenging circumstances rarely make sense at this time, right? It is important to face what is happening so you can learn the lessons. Ask the angels, to show you what is important in this moment. Learn how to be. Try sitting in silence for a few minutes every day. This is talking about meditation here. This will help you become conscious of your feelings. Take in the world around you instead of rushing through your day. Tune into the sights and sounds around you. It's important to practice being in the moment. Turn off your mobile phone and find ways to be engaged in whatever is happening instead of looking for an escape. Become aware of your thinking, take note of what you're worrying about, then bring yourself back to the moment and focus your attention on the present. Okay, so this is a guidance on how to really clear your mind and meditate. And it gets better with time. The more you practice this, the easier it gets to clear your mind of thoughts. So, being that you got this card, it says that this indicates good news or new beginning, which there's been a lot about that in your reading, new beginnings. You do not need to do anything other than have gratitude for what is in front of you now. And yes, gratitude is so powerful. It's so powerful with manifesting as well. It's about appreciating what you have. You know, thank you, universe, for the roof over my head. Thank you for the clothes on my back and the food on my table. Because there's a lot of people that do not have that, right? Whatever it is that you can be grateful for. Thank you for the abundance in my life. And because you have that energy of gratitude, then the universe will bring you more of that, because you're in the vibration of abundance. And that's how you manifest. It's about when they say like attracts like, it's you attract what you're vibrating. So if you vibrate from a place that is really appreciative for what you have and come from a place of gratitude and abundance, then you will have more of abundance, because you're vibrating at that vibration, at that higher level of vibration, because the universe will bring what matches you. Okay, so that's why it's so important to have balance, to balance out your chakras, right? To have that balance, to have the healthy boundaries, and like I said, to be grateful, right? To come from that mindset of abundance, right? I always do affirmations for myself every morning. When I first get up, I say thank you for a new day of life. Thank you for, again, you know, my job, the food on the table, my partner, my pets, my health. Thank you for all these beautiful things that you've given me. And I'm so grateful. I want to be a light to this world. And I ask for protection for myself too. Protection from any negative energies and entities and any toxins as well. And, you know, I'm very healthy and very grateful for it. But that's the thing that I do every morning, right? And so, again, come from a place of gratitude. And so finally we have these messages from your angels. So we have breakthrough. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. So more about trusting your intuition, your inner guidance, about coming from a place of love, not fear, right? Because fear holds us back. Fear makes us feel powerless when we are not powerless. We are so powerful. The human is amazingly powerful. You know, man, when you really start tuning into the power that you have, the things you can manifest will blow your mind, okay? And so your angels, you also have Archangel Jophiel as well here with you, guiding you through this and saying, you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get out of that cage. Sometimes we feel we've been in that cage for so long, it feels safe. It's like when kidnappers or the kidnappees fall in love with a kidnapper, right? Because they're just so used to it. Or inmates that have been in prison for so long want to stay in prison just because they don't know how to live in the real world. Sometimes it's very scary to get out of that cage, even though it's been torture. But I promise you, when you get that courage to really just step out of that cage, you have so much beautiful wonders awaiting for you. A better life, a new beginning, and your dreams, whatever they may be. We have healing here. So it says, listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. Okay, so this is beautiful. So your angels are advising you to, again, listen to your heart, listen to what your intuition, to your gut, what it's telling you, right? And by healing yourself from within by healing your emotions and your perceptions and your thoughts. It's going to heal you physically, right? Because they've proven that through science, right? When people are stressed, it lowers your immune system and it creates you more susceptible to being sick, right? And so by having a healthy mindset, balanced emotions, you will be healthy all around, okay? And so that's what your angels are saying here. So clear your mind. Again, that's about meditating as well. So really relaxing, take time to relax, take time to clear your mind, to get yourself out of this energy. And you're going to get out of it, Pile 1. You're going to get to this place. You're going to get to the Palace of Wands where you just have that fire within you again. You know, where that spark. And that's beautiful for you guys. I love this reading for you guys. So Pile 1, this is your reading. If it resonated with you, please help out my channel by liking, sharing, subscribing. I love you all very much. Take care. Alright, Pile 2, if you chose this pink crystal here, this is your reading. So the theme of this reading is predictions for year 2022. So what is coming, what challenges you'll be facing, and how you can best overcome them, and what you need to know about the year ahead. Alright, so this is the overall theme of your reading, and I'll sum it up at the end with everything. But this is from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle. It says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And there's an owl, another owl in your reading, which I'll show you, but there's an owl here which represents wisdom, right? And so basically what this card is saying here is that the theme for your year will be to get closer to consciousness, which is the universal consciousness that connects us to all things, right? So I'll go in further, deeper as we go along with these cards here. So we have from the Dreams of Tarot, we have the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Page of Coins, the Knight of Cups, and then we have a Mountain here, if you can see that. We have the owl. Remember I said we had the owl, so there's your spirit animal there. Wise seeing, wise action. We have here ask for help, love, balancing act, donkey, another spirit animal there, toxic family, and then some messages from your angels. We have judgment here, and then we have oneness. Okay, so straight off the bat I can see two colors that are really standing out. We have green here. This is a chakra you need to work on, which is your heart chakra. Love here, and then we have a lot of blue as well, and here's the sword energy, which talks about a lot of sword energy here. It talks about the truth, right? Releasing the truth. Blue is the color of the throat chakra as well, so speaking your truth. So I'll get into what the tarot is first saying here for your year, and it goes in this order. So we start out here with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords represents an energy where someone won a battle or a challenge in an unfair way. So the ones that were defeated, it was a very humiliating defeat. Right? It was an unjust defeat. It wasn't fair. Okay? And this could be, Pile 2, how you're feeling. Could be feeling that the losses that you have just has not been fair. A lot of us are feeling this way because of the pandemic. It's been occurring for the past couple of years. A lot of us have lost our jobs, lost our businesses, lost family members, you know, and we feel it's so unfair because it's something that's out of our hands and that we cannot control, right? So this is a general reading, so take what resonates. It's whatever circumstance it could be, you know, you feel that there's been an unjust loss in some sort, shape, or form. You know, whether, like I said, it could be finances, relationship, job, health, even, you know, this is the energy, okay? But there is good news coming forward. I love that there's these two pages here, right? We have the Page of Swords and the Page of Coins. And then we end with this beautiful Knight of Cups here. And so this is how the year will be progressing. So we have the Page of Swords and the Page of Coins. So, and another thing I'm going to add too, because this is a journal reading, the Five of Swords, it's either you, pile 2, feel like you've had an unjust, unfair loss, or Five of Swords also represents someone that will win at all costs, even if they play unfair, even if they cheat. So that could possibly be your energy too, which is still not the best energy to be in, if you want me to be honest. But however, I do honestly feel that majority of you guys that are watching this feel that you have an unjust, unfair loss. And that's reiterated with the rest of the cards here, you know, with the donkey, even toxic family here, which I'll get more into. The Page of Swords and the Page of Coins. So these are both novices. The pages, you know, they're not quite knights. They are very eager to achieve their goals, right? And so the Page of Swords, they're one that will do whatever it takes to really learn and educate themselves, right? To get the task at hand. And because it's combined with the Page of Coins, it's beautiful, because the Page of Swords, where they're very excited to get going with their goal, they can be a little bit reckless. But the Page of Coins is someone that isn't reckless. It's someone that's very steady and slow going. So with these two combined, this is the perfect energy to get where you need to be, because the Page of Swords has the desire to learn what they need to learn to get their goals achieved, but combined with making really rational, stable plans, right? The Page of Coins, because coin suit is more about stability, right? And so it's a very good energy, because you are going to be quick-witted and have all these ideas, but you're not going to just have these ideas, but you're also going to have a rational, stable plan to execute your plans, right? Or your goals, basically. And that's perfect, right? So I love that you got both of these together. And then, you know, as this process goes, then you'll get to the Knight of Cups, which, you know, this is about really having an open heart, right? The Knight of Cups, he's just very open emotionally. And there's a really big theme about being open emotionally, right? We have love here. We have, you know, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness, which is the universal consciousness that connects us to all things, which is love at the end of the day, right? And we even have, you know, some angels here as well. You have your Archangel Mary and Gabriel helping you out too. And there's a loved one here, which I'll get to, that's passed on, that's also watching over you too. So we have Mountain here, which says that, here it says, know that you're protected and you're face challenges but remain cautious. So I'm going to read this out to you, because we also have toxic family dynamics. So you could possibly be in a toxic environment at the moment, or dealing with a toxic family member or partner. Take what resonates, right? But there's someone, maybe even be a friend, that is like family to you. There's someone in your life that is being toxic to you, and there's a warning here, you know, as well, about being cautious and the balancing act as well. This is about remaining calm amidst the chaos surrounding you, and it's easier said than done, right? But if you can achieve this, then you can really, really achieve anything, really achieve your goals. Because as I tell everyone, you know, we cannot control, let me say that again, we can only control ourselves, right? And so 90% of our life unfolds how we respond to the 10% that we cannot control, right? So the example would be, say, the pandemic, right? some of us came from a place of fear and hoarded toilet paper, which was unnecessary, right? And silly at the end of the day, and caused strife for everyone else to want toilet paper. Or you can come from a place of love and work as a community, right? So there's two ways you can respond to something that's outside of you, right? And it can be like anything like that. It could be there's a traffic jam and you're running late to work, and you could be really angry and let it just wreck your whole day, or you can just let it go and have, be a little bit irate during the time that it happened, but then release that and continue to have a good day. Just let it go. That is up to you. You couldn't control the traffic jam, but you can control how you respond to the traffic jam. Okay? And so that's about, balancing act. This speaks about really having that calm and that peace within, even when your outer world is chaotic, even when you have, toxic people around you, which is very hard to do, I understand. But it's also about, having healthy boundaries as well. So I'll read what it says here with the mountain. And this is, again, we're going through a whole year, right? So either it's happening now or it's going to happen sometime throughout the year, where you're going to have some sort of toxicity within your family that you're going to have to deal with. And so these are predictions, right? So it's letting you know ahead what's going to happen and how you can best deal with it. And you're not alone, right? It says ask for help here. You have your angels and you have friends as well. So the mountain. So this says here, the mountain represents protection, but there's always danger when we climb a mountain that we could fall. The card therefore warns of possible hazards or threats in something that you did not create yourself. Remember to be cautious in any decisions made. This card indicates there are struggles surrounding some of your relationships. Quarrels and confrontations could be upsetting. Secret information could land on your lap and completely change the way you feel about someone. Some relationship may end. This may take you completely by surprise, but you will be better off. This is not a good time to let a stranger into your life. Singles meeting people on the internet or by chance need to be careful. Others may not be what they seem. See people for what they are and don't be fooled by false people. They may be deceiving you. Decisions about relationships made at this time will be very important. So think things through very carefully. This card also holds caution regarding relationship with friends and family. Everyone seems super sensitive over the coming months, and you may end up walking on eggshells. Tread lightly. In regards to career and money, what this card represents here is all about caution. Be careful who you trust. Don't take risks or listen to malicious gossip that could sway your decisions. Be prepared that someone could try and take your job. There may be hidden enemies on the business front, but this is nothing you can't handle. If there are problems around your business or job, be sure to see your superiors or partner and talk it out. Okay? So there's a really big warning here in year 2022 to be cautious with the people that you will be surrounded with. And again, we have this toxic card here too. And we have the L here, which is about wise seeing. And it's about seeing the bigger picture as well. So I'll read that one for you too here. So it says here, owls have for thousands of years been part of folklore and have been considered a special sacred animal with their huge forward-facing eyes. And otherworldly appearance, they have been seen as both wise and as harborings of the supernatural, right? So it says here that many deities were said to change into owls. Perhaps the most famous was the Greek goddess Athena, who was famous for her strategy and intelligence, right? And so to this very day, the capital city of Greece, Athens, has Athena's owl as a symbol. Okay? So it says here that when you receive this card in your reading, it indicates the need for wise counsel or further information before making a decision, right? Consider action is warranted. Think before you act. Emotionally ensure you think strategically, not impulsively. So there's another warning here, right? To really Really look into the details and examine everything before rushing forward. And again, like I was saying, that's why I like that you got the Page of Coins, because the Page of Swords tends to be a little bit reckless and very fast moving. But because you have the Page of Swords, which is slow moving, you know, these two combined, it's good, because you're coming from a place of intellect and doing what you need to learn, but also, again, coming from strategic plans for your goals, right? And so that's beautiful. And there will be a reason to be very guarded, but eventually you will come to this place here, the Knight of Cups, where, you know, very open, right? So once you really assess everything, then, you know, then there's beautiful openness, and then we have love here, right? And so this is your chakra. So it could even be, and like I said, this is a general read. It could even be that you've been through this, right? You've been through so much heartache and hurt and disappointment. That's what I'm feeling, disappointment. That, you know, you are guarded for a good reason, right? But then the reading's also saying to get closer to consciousness, right? And love. So love here, and I'm gonna have a frequency for you guys as well down below in the description for you guys. It says here, you've called upon this card today as a reminder that love is all you need. Your true essence in every single cell in your being vibrates to the powerful essence of love. You may be going through a challenging time at the present, such as a relationship breakup, a challenging family situation, friendship breakup, or some personal challenges. Pulling this card is a reminder that love is the key to your current situation. It's trying to bring focus back to love and to what is important and true for you. Love is the biggest healer of all and has the power to create miracles in your life. It's very easy to sway from the essence of love, especially in our crazy, fast-paced lives, but you can never venture too far from this powerful essence because you are love. Okay? It says, do what is required to become open to love. Alright, I get what this reading, I get what the Spirit's trying to communicate. Alright. So, love, right? We're talking about love being the answer. This includes self-love, right? When you have self-love, you have healthy boundaries. When you have self-love, you don't let toxic people absorb your energy, even if they're family. And this is the reality of it. Sometimes you gotta love family from a distance, right? My partner has a very narcissistic, abusive mother whom he has to love from a distance, because you can't have a normal relationship with her. She's toxic, and it's something that he's had to come to realize. And sometimes that's the reality of it. Sometimes it's very unfortunate, but sometimes our own blood is toxic, and we have to remove ourselves out of that energy for our own protection. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that is self-love. So coming from a place of love is also self-love as well, right? That's important to have that balance, right? So the balancing act, that's also says here, there are times when things seem a bit topsy-turvy. It feels that you're juggling 1,000 bills in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance, then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord, and great success will be yours. See? Choose harmony over discord, right? Having that peace from within. Choosing love, not fear. Choosing love, not anger. Choosing love, not hate. Choosing love. And none of those low vibrational energies, which is guilt, fear, anger, sadness, coming from that high vibrational state, right? And success will be yours. And you'll find an inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path. So, I mean, you guys must be going through a lot, because there's so many cards that keep saying, you're going through stuff, right? Pile 2, you're going through stuff, right? But you're not alone, right? You're not alone. It says, ask for help here. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. Be willing to accept support from your guides, your angels, your friends that you can rely on, you know, ones that are not toxic, ones that you know have your back. Because there's so much support available to you. Again, like I said, you have Archangel Mary and Gabriel, right? It says keep your heart open no matter what. So you're gonna go through some tough, I gotta be honest with you, you're gonna have some tough times in your 2022. But how you're gonna get through it is by keeping your heart open no matter what, by doing the work. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. I find my stability even when my world is chaotic. I detach myself from toxic people and toxic environments and toxic situations, right? I'm cautious. I always come from a place of love, but that doesn't mean that I put a blind eye to the malice that may be around me, right? So you have a lot of support. It says you only need to ask for help and you will receive it. Let go of fear and pride as they do not benefit nor give you what you desire, right? So don't be afraid to ask for help from the right people. Or like I said, even if it's, you know, guidance from your angels, guidance from tarot readings. Tarot has been an amazing tool in my life. It's helped me grow so much because when I do my own readings for myself, I take that shit on board. You know, I do, and that's why I've expanded and grown so much. And so I'm challenging you, Pile 2, as well, to take this on board. Because you're here for a reason. You're listening to this for a reason, right? These are messages that are meant for you. So take on board this advice. So these tough times that you're going to be going through will not be as tough, right? So you can have that success. Because again, the Knight of Cups is about being open, right? It says open, keep your heart open, love, right? The donkey. Okay, so the donkey, right? So the donkey says here, when you get this card, it says that this card indicates you've been going through or still undergoing some sort of test or initiation. You may feel it's been unfair, right? So there's that Five of Swords energy again. Unfair. Undertook it to advance your higher spiritual level. Such challenges help you to develop qualities of patience, forbearance, and courage. Accept this. Stay centered, calm, and keep your heart open. Use all experiences to strengthen yourself and you move into a higher spiritual level. Then everything will feel worthwhile as you will see with enlightened eyes. When you pass an initiation, you're always rewarded, so something much better is coming into your life. When you receive this card, Archangel Mary and Gabriel touch you with love and encouragement. So Archangel Mary is there to help you keep your heart open, and Archangel Gabriel is there to assist you with this test, right? Because the donkey is connected to both those angels, Mary and Gabriel, right? And so this is a test, what you're going through, Pile 2. Year 2022 is going to be a test for an awakening, for initiation, so you can grow closer to consciousness, so you can grow grow wiser, so you can be more enlightened, so you can go closer to the oneness that connects us to all things, right? It's a test, it's a challenge. It is for your greatest good. And if you can overcome this and still keep an open heart, if you can learn to be calm amidst the storm that's all around you, the rewards will be great. Because and I can relate to this completely, right? I've been in very toxic environments. I lived for 4 years with my boyfriend and his very abusive mother. So I understand this completely. And it really taught me how to have that calmness within. And finally have the courage to get out of there. We both did, right? 4 years is way too long. Got stuck in a spiral of depression there for a while, the both of us, especially him, because that's his mother. But got out of it, and once we got out of there, blessing after blessing after blessing. Because that's the thing, when you are in a toxic environment, it blocks your abundance. That's another reason why you need to detach yourself from negative environment, from negative people, from negative situations, from toxic situations, because it blocks your abundance. It blocks your joy, your passion. Everything is connected. You attract what you vibrate. And so if you get consumed by negative energy, then you start thinking negatively, then you're attracting all of the negative things that you don't want in your life, right? By keeping your heart open and coming from a place of love, then you're attracting love, right? You attract what you vibrate. And it's very hard to vibrate from a beautiful essence of love when you're surrounded by so much toxicity, right? And that's why I said it's healthy to just detach yourself from that. And when you're able to detach yourself from that, that's when everything will fall into place, right? And so pile 2, you're really being encouraged, like I said, to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, cutting people off, leaving your job, leaving relationships, leaving your home, whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to keep your center, your inner being, calm, collected, and in harmony. That's your goal for 2022, right? And to come from that place of love, including self-love. We have judgment. Let go of your fear of being judged. You are good enough. It is time to unlock all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential has been restricted by structure and method for long enough. There is no right or wrong way, just be you, right? So this is beautiful. This is, your angels are telling you to not judge yourself, right? To know that you are worthy, that you are enough, okay? And to be true to yourself, right? You have, it says right here, your potential has been restricted. You've been restricting yourself, it says here, right? Just be you. We have oneness. Someone you dearly miss is forever present in your heart. Remember, dearest one, that even though there has been a physical parting, spiritually, those we love never leave us. Creation is eternal. Nothing is truly missing. Nothing is ever truly missing. For all is interconnected and ultimately one, right? The universal consciousness that connects us to all things. So pile 2, there could be a loved one that has passed, right? And whomever that is that you're thinking of, they are watching over you at this time. And they also want to come through in this reading, right? To let you know that they love you, and they're rooting for you, okay? And they want you to keep your heart open, to have that self-love, and to have those healthy boundaries as well, okay? So pile 2, this is your reading. If it resonated with you, please help out my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. I love you guys all so much. Bless and take care. Alright, pile 3, if you chose this purple stone here, this is your reading, and these are the upcoming predictions for your year 2022. So what you have to look forward to in the upcoming year, what challenges will be arising, and how you best can overcome them. Alright, so this is from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle. It says, my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So I really want you to let that message sink in, because this is the theme of your year. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. So what you feel inside is what's gonna attract all of your outer world. Okay, that's essential. So it's about like attracting like, okay? So we'll get further into that as we pull the rest of your cards here. So from the Dreams of Tarot, we have Ace of Cups, we have the Moon, Queen of Wands, we have Eternal Love. Big message about love in this reading. We have the Gentle Gardener, Demonstrate Love, and as your spirit animal here, Self-Mastery. I love that you got that card. We have Beware, it's a chameleon there. Sexual Fantasies, and this is the reason why I pulled a few extra cards. We have some messages from your angels. We have Gratitude here, and Star. Color the sacral chakra as well, orange. And I wanted some clarification, so I only pulled these extra cards specifically for you, pile 3, and I did it for pile 4 because they got a love card as well. So I have the Ace of Cups again to clarify this, but it's in reverse. And then I have the Princess of Pentacles and the Hanged Man also in reverse. Okay. And then these two Lovers Oracle, we have Forgiveness and a message for you. Okay. So we're going to get into this. There's a lot of messages for you here, pile 3. Okay. So we'll start off with the tarot. So we have here the Ace of Cups, the Moon, and the Queen of Wands, right? And it's a story that's being told here. So the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups represents a new beginning, but not just any new beginning, a new emotional beginning. It can represent a new love. There's a lot about love here. I mean, it is a general reading, right? So take what resonates, because it could be passion for a job, or passion for life, you know. But there really is a strong theme about romance here and relationships. There's so many cards that just really emphasize that, because we have the Ace of Cups even twice here, and then we have eternal love, we have sexual fantasies, demonstrating love. I mean, there's so much here about love, right? So in 2022, there's going to be a new, at the very least, a new emotional renewal, right? With love. Could even be self-love as well, you know? Because remember, your internal condition will create what's outside of you, right? What is external. It's about like attracting like. What you vibrate will come back to you, right? And that's a very important message, because you're also going to be working on self-mastery as well. Look at all these chakras aligned, all of them ignited, right? Becoming your greatest version of yourself. It's huge. It's huge. And everything is connected, right? So when you align with your higher self, then you're going to attract the best for yourself, right? Because there's this new beginning of love, right, that wants to come in. But I want to clarify, because there's somebody having the hots for you probably in 2022. That's so obvious here, right? With, someone having these fantasies about you, and then we have the Ace of Cups here. But here it's in reverse. I wanted some clarification here, right? And there's beware here, be careful who you trust. And so I really feel what this reading is saying is that there's some distrust with opening your heart to love, right? And for good reason. I mean, a lot of us have gone through heartache. A lot of us may have just had, a tough upbringing and some inner childhood wounds that keep us from opening up to love. And, we've been backstabbed, we've been betrayed, there's lots of reasons why we could be hesitant in opening ourselves up to love, right? But this reading is really emphasizing to be mindful of your thoughts. That's emphasized here with the Gentle Gardener as well. To have the sort of healthy, positive thoughts, because your thoughts do create your reality. That's the truth of it, right? And so if you are believing in yourself and coming again from a place of gratitude as well, right? Because we have gratitude there. It sets you up for abundance, okay, in anything that you want, whether it's love, financial stability, health, whatever abundance you are seeking, it opens yourself up to that. And love is always at the heart of everything, so always come from a place of love, right? So in 2022, I can clearly see that there's definitely going to be love opening up in your life. Whether you're single and a love interest is going to come into your life, or if you're already with someone, there's going to be a renewal of that love, right? Which is awesome either way, I feel. There is some hesitancies from past hurt of it opening up, right? Now, another thing too that's going to be going on in 2022 with the Princess of Pentacles here is really, and the Ant as well, is really being engaged with the community, right? Being part of the community. And the Princess of Pentacles, she is someone that's very adaptable, that can get along with all sorts of different people and adapt to all certain different situations. But one issue with the princess, because she's still a princess, she's not really the queen or the king, right? And young, naive, has still some things to learn. With the princess, she has a bad habit of allowing her outside sources affect her, right? She's too dependent on outside sources, right? She hasn't matured to that queen and king level. And so again, you're really being encouraged to go through this self-mastery of yourself, right? So rather than having your outer world depict what you feel inside, to have your internal condition depict what's outside, if that makes sense, right? And I know it's easier said than done, but it's basically, and I said this in just the last pile too, 90% of your life is how you respond to the 10% that you can control, right? So you're in a traffic jam. I said this in pile 2, you're in a traffic jam, right? You can't control that. So you can allow it to consume you, get you angry, have a really shitty day because of that one bad incident, right? That is, allowing the outside to affect you internally, right? Or you can, that happened. Just let it go. Have a good day. And because you released that, You can feel a bit irate in the moment. There's a traffic jam, you're a bit late, you're a bit stressed. But once it's gone and done and dusted, just let it go. Don't think about it, don't dwell about it, move on. And then you'll find what unfolds is a beautiful day. You know, you're happy, and then people are happy with you, and then things just start clicking into place. You know, you get all the green lights when you go home because you're coming from this high vibration, and that's how your internal condition creates your outer world, right? So that's what you're really being encouraged to do, Pile 3, is to have that self-mastery where you can create beauty for yourself, right? Because we do have the power to create our own reality, right? Our reality is how we perceive it. It's like that classic glass half full, glass half empty. Same amount of water. It's all about our perception, how we view it, right? So, Moon. This is about not being able to see things clearly, right? There's a bit of caution. In the moonlight, you know, it's not like the sun where you can see everything in broad daylight, right? The moon only gives you a little bit of light, so you only see like the silhouettes of things. We tend to get a little bit spooked out in the night because we can't really see everything clearly. There's a bit of uncertainty, right? There's an uncertainty with this new love that's coming in, whether it's a new love interest or your current partner that's all of a sudden being extra romantic and like, whoa, should I trust this? You know? But the thing is, again, your thoughts create your reality, right? Talking about the Gentle Gardener. I'll read the Gentle Gardener here for you. It says here, be your own person, be a conscious co-creator. The Gentle Gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. She's the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is a reflection in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? What is their quality? Believe in limitless possibility and you will see miracles unfold. The Gentle Gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. Stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty, right? So again, your thoughts create your reality. Believe in the goodness, sorry about that. Believe in all the great wonder possibilities, right? Because once you get to this self-mastery, then you have the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands, man, she is like the queen of passion, all right? She's a go-getter, she's enthusiastic, she gets shit done, you know, she's so passionate and sexy. So no wonder this person's having fantasies about you, because if you're the Queen of Wands, no wonder, right? You know, and that passion and feeling confident in your own skin, you know, comes from this mastering yourself and feeling confident in yourself and creating so much abundance, right? Because you've been overthinking too much, right? Talks about forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine, right? I've been saying that. And so forgive whoever's hurt you, right? That's making you reluctant to have this new beginning that wants to unfold in this upcoming year, right? This new beginning of passion and love. The only thing holding it back is you, really. Your fears, your reluctance to forgive, dwelling on the past. This is a new person. Come on now, it's a new person. They're not the same person. don't believe in the stereotype, all women are this way, all men are this way. No, they're not. Each person is a different individual. And you know what? If it's the same person, well, you know what? They actually do want to change. And part of it could be this self-mastery, right? You're leading by example. Lead by example. We have eternal love too here. Love is love and transcends physical death. So for some of you, because this is a general reading, could even be a loved one that has passed, and it's time for you to open up your heart to someone else again. Because that loved one that's passed on, they wouldn't want you to be lonely. My partner tells me when he dies, go ahead and date straight away. He's like, you're not betraying me, I'm dead. Right? Because he doesn't want me to be sad and dwell on the past. Right? His life is meant to be lived and enjoyed, and loving is part of that. And getting this card also is another omen that love is coming into your life. So be ready, because it's coming. It's coming. We have self-mastery, right? And I'm going to have a video. I'm doing for all the piles. You got to actually align all your chakras, right? But I'm going to have that sound healing for you. Pile 3. They'll be in the description box for you guys. Here it says, and solar plexus as well. This is really emphasis on the solar plexus. But it's also, I see the whole alignment here. And then we have the sacral as well, which you really need to open up for this love. And so the sacral and the solar plex and the whole, all of the chakras, right? It says here, you pull this card to let you know this is a powerful time to manifest self-mastery. Life is constantly offering us lessons, which gives us an opportunity to grow and expand our soul. You're being called at this time to master your gifts. The key is to focus your energy on what you would like to master, and don't give up till you create self-mastery fully. It takes commitment and motivation to create self-mastery. However, with consistency and time, it will come to fruition. Being blessed with this card indicates that you are already on your way to mastering your gifts. Have you doubted yourself lately in a particular aspect of your life, resulting in frustration? Know that the current challenges you are undergoing are doorways to self-mastery. To master something requires courage and love, and now is time to give your full attention and presence to your gifts. You're being encouraged to look at your life's mission. Plant the seeds required to bring you closer to your soul's path. They motivate and dance in the mastery of yourself, right? And so your affirmation, pile 3, is I am the master of my destiny. How beautiful is that? You are the master of your destiny. And it's so true. You are, right? And so in 2022, it's about mastering yourself, right? Mastering your emotions, mastering your gifts, mastering your talents, right? Really embodying the Queen of Wands energy, whether you're a man or woman, right? This is about energy. This isn't about sex. It's about energy. The Queen of Wands is someone, like I said, that is confident in herself, and that's why she has learned to master herself as well, right? That's what 2022 is about. We have demonstrate love, so find out what is important to those you love and act on it, right? And so that's another thing to bring more love into your life as well, is to the loved ones that you do have in your life, show those demonstrations of love, right? Sometimes hearts are broken just from words left unsaid, right? Sometimes we can be so prideful. We may love our sibling or love even our partner or whatever, but we were too prideful to show it or to say it, right? So it's just, like, women, we're encouraged to show our emotions, right? And men, it's seen as a weakness, but it's not really. It's not weak to be vulnerable. If anything, it's weak to not be vulnerable. It's weak to not be free and show your emotions, to be authentically you. You know? That's courage. It takes courage to be authentically you. It's actually cowardly to hold back. That's the truth of it, right? There's nothing wrong with showing your affection and love. It doesn't make you weak at all. You know, it's not a doormat. It's not like you're letting people walk over you, right? There's a difference between showing love and affection. There's some people, you know, because I love animals. I mean, I'm crazy with animals, right? Furry, finned, scaled. I love them all, okay? And I don't hide the fact that I love them. I'm a crazy person, okay, for animals. And, you know, there's some people, mostly guys usually be like, oh, cool dog. Cool dog. What? Shut up. You're letting that dog jump all over you. You're all happy and smiley, rubbing its ears, you know, playing fetch. You love that dog. Just admit it. You know, just admit it. You freaking love that dog, right? And so it's being open. And so, you know, demonstrate the love. So if you love someone, demonstrate it. Let them know you love them. Bake them a cake if they like cakes, you know. Spend some time with them. Just, you know, that's another way of opening your heart to love as well. You know, because you attract what you give out, right? So this reading is encouraging you to do that as well, to demonstrate your love, right? So we have here a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So I really feel there's a soulmate connection that's going to be coming to you in year 2022. So it's either, again, like I said, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. Either a soulmate is going to be coming into your life with really a true beginning of a true love offer, or you already are in a connection. There's going to be a renewal of that as well, right? And so we have here gratitude. So it says here, thank you. This is the heartfelt thanks to you from someone who recently helped in some way. I, your guardian angel, also wish to thank you for the unconditional love you emanate to the earth, humanity, and those around you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are eternally blessed. May peace, grace, and love forever guide you along your sacred path, right? Sorry, hopefully that's not too dark to read. But, yes. So the angels are thanking you, right? Because again, like I said, the Princess of Pentacles and then the Ant here, you know, this is speaking about someone that really gives to the community. I'm actually going to read the Ant, because the Ant is actually your spirit animal. The ants are freaking awesome, right? I mean, there's a reason why we made those ant movies. What is it, Bug's Life, and there was, I don't know about ants. I can't remember the name now, but there was I remember there was like an animated one about, was it called Ants? I think even. It's been a while since I've seen it. But it says here, cooperate for the highest good of the community. Archangel Pre-Manilic. Ants are tiny but brave little warriors who always work together for the benefit of their community, right? They build their nests with love according to its principles, so the structures emit beautiful harmonics. It says this attracts angels to sing over them and draws many creatures and elements to their nests to bathe in angel light. They serve with humility by altering the soil and decomposing organic matter. They are experiencing and teaching about structured family life and how to live and thrive collectively. Through cooperating and sharing, they devote themselves to their duty with hard work and intention. How sweet is that, right? It says here, the message of the Ant card is to devote yourself to making your home welcoming and harmonious, while at the same time acting to bring your community together. You can take small steps like picking up litter or smiling at your neighbors, or aim higher and actively offer services. The ants carry the key to Cyrus, it says here, which is to understand the universal Metron cube. Okay, I'll show you here, actually, the Metron cube. Right, here's a Metron cube. It says here, this is the fundamental tool to open up your consciousness to the power of sacred geometry. The patterns act as codes to start to balance you and bring you into alignment with your soul's blueprint. The angels will begin to sing, pouring their beautiful sonics over you. This will attract higher energies and people towards you. Wow. That's beautiful. And that's why, you know, we have these chakras aligning here, right? It's about oneness, right? Because when you align everything and you get to this, the crown chakra, it's, you know, it's the oneness with everything. It's what I connect to when I do readings, whether it's general readings for the collective or personal readings. I always connect to the universal consciousness that connects us to all things. And I even connect to that for Reiki as well, because to connect to that pure energy is for healing. And so you're also being guided to really connect to that, and that starts with mastering yourself, right? And when you get to that, then that's going to open up everything, your love life and then your passions, right? So sorry, pile 3, it was putting your cards away and I forgot to read the star. Oh goodness. Okay. Believe in yourself, you're a wondrous creation. Wash away all fear and discover you are a shining star. Allow all around you to just be. Let go of trying to control life, for the light of your soul will guide you always towards love. Remember, stars are born through explosions of love. Love illuminates all things. Never forget you are truly a shining star, right? So that's a message from your angels. Sorry about that. I don't know why I've been wrecking your... I knocked over the camera, wrecked your cards. Sorry about that. But at least I didn't go too far without forgetting this card. But yes, Palfu, you guys are a star. So your angels are wanting you to believe in yourself, right? And that's part of also creating abundance in your life, okay? So again, love and light. Take care. And I'll see you in the next reading. Alright, my pile 4, if you chose this blue stone here, this is your reading. So the theme for this reading is predictions for year 2022. What will you have to look forward to? What challenges you'll be facing, and how to best overcome those challenges so you can be most successful. So the card we have here for your theme of the year is, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. All right, so that's beautiful. This is basically saying that the love of the universe, the lessons, the challenges, everything that you're going to be going through, see that as your primary teacher, right? And if you focus on that, you're going to continue on the right path, the path to light, path to enlightenment. Okay, so we'll get further into this when we get the rest of your cards out. So from the Tower of Dreams, we have the 7 of Cups, we have the 5 of Coins, and the Knight of Cups. We have here strength. We have flowers here. We'll put flowers here actually. We have the only thing that is real is love. Shark. Inner child. We have dry desert here. It's a card that we'll try to squeeze in. We have desire. Someone is desiring you. And from your angels, we have prayer, messages from your angels, and creativity. I did this for pile 3 as well, because they got a love card as well, so I wanted to get a little bit more clarification, only for you 2 piles. So I wanted to get some more clarification on the desire. So we have Empress and the 9 of Swords to clarify this card here. We have time, and then we have trust as well. I think we can fit all this, so trust, time, right? Try to fit these in here as well. And pulled even more cards to clarify these cards because I really wanted some clarity, but I'll show you those because there's not enough room once I get to there. Okay. So, pile 4. Your theme for 2022, right, is to see the challenges and lessons that you have as your primary teacher. So we'll start out with the tarot here. So we have the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Coins, and the Knight of Coins. Okay. It ends on a good note. This is a positive card here, so that's good. So far, all my readings have been ending on good notes. But of course, we got to go through some challenges to get there, right? 7 of Cups. This represents illusions, confusion, so many avenues to go, you don't know which way to go, right? Confusion. 5 of Coins is the hopeless card. You know, it's showing a beggar out in the cold. You know, it's snowing. It's also coming from a victim mentality as well. Seeing no light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a good energy to be in. It's not a good energy for anyone. That's one of the shit cards in the tarot. The 5 of Coins, right? But then we end here with the Knight of Coins, which this particular knight, usually the Knight of Pentacles is very slow, but this knight, he's actually ready to go. And so this knight represents someone that's taken the time to really assess their situation, and once they really got a solid plan, then they head on forward, right? So we have strength here as well. And there's love wanting to come in too. We have someone who's desiring you. So we also have inner child. So this year there's going to be a deep healing of your inner child. And so what your inner child represents is the child within you. A lot of us go through so much heartache growing up, right, in our upbringing. You know, some of us may have not had, you know, the best parenting. Sometimes they try their best, but they fail in some sort of way, fail in having us feel secure in ourselves and us really feeling loved, right? And the society too is really hard on us too. You know, everything's so superficial. We are taught to value our worth based off of things outside of us, which is all backwards mentality, right? But this year is going to be about healing your inner child wounds, healing the pains of your past, the wounds of your past, particularly in your childhood, because children, right, they're so pure, so innocent. They see life's beauty so easily. And to be able to see things like a child is a truly beautiful gift, because so many of us have lost that, right? I mean, it's part of the reason why people love animals so much as well, you know, because animals are very similar to children in the sense where they're pure in a way. Because if you think about it, children aren't ever really racist. They learn that from people around them, but they're not born racist. Just like a cat or a dog will love you for you. They don't care how old you are, they don't care how wrinkled you are. They don't even care how much money you have. They don't care what car you drive. As long as you love them and treat them well, they will love you. You could have missing limbs. You could have a melted face. You could have no teeth. Doesn't matter. That dog or cat will love you. And children are very pure and innocent like that too. You know, they will befriend, like I said, they'll befriend another child from any nationality, right? It's about the connection that they have. And they speak their truth as well from a place of innocence as well. They don't mean harm. They just speak their truth. You know, sometimes it's even comical because we, you know, as adults learn to, you know, hold our tongue sometimes, you know. Your friend bakes a cake and it's not really the best, but you don't want to hurt their feelings, so you don't tell them, you know. You're like, oh yeah, it's good, when it really isn't. The child will be like, no, this cake sucks. And they're not meaning to be mean, they're just speaking the truth, right? And there's an innocence, there's a purity about that, being authentic as well. A lot of us lose that ability to be authentically ourselves. And you know, as we mature, we can learn to be tactful and still speak the truth. You know, like when my friend put on 2 different shirts, and one of the shirts that she put on made her arms look slimmer. So I told her, wear that shirt, your arms look slimmer in that shirt. Could have said, that shirt makes your arms look fat, right? But I chose to be tactful, still the truth. The purple shirt made her arms look thinner. So I chose to go with that. And that was positive and more uplifting to her. Okay, I look thinner in the shirt, which is, it's the truth, you know? But it's also being tactful. That's something that we learn as we mature, right? We still need to always speak our truth. You chose the blue stone, which is blue represents the color of the throat chakra. So that's about speaking the truth as well, you know? So in your 2022 Pile 4, you're going to be coming out of this victim mentality. You're going to be coming out of this confusion. And you're going to be embodying the Knight of Coins energy. Okay, which is what I've already described in this particular tarot deck. The Knight of Coins is someone that's really done a lot of introspective work and a solid plan to execute to get to their goal. Okay, a lot of it will take a lot of inner strength, because this is a skeleton. If you think about it, the skeleton is really what holds us together. It's the strongest thing in us, right? Our bones, right? Our flesh is easily cut and torn, but our bones is what holds us together. It's the strength of us. It's the strength of our body, right? And so I'm going to read the Strength card to you. Says here, on the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength in vulnerability, in power we have grown. Nice little poem for you guys. Okay, so it says here there's incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. Most often than not, it's a powerful catalyst for personal growth. Even though we may not be able to perceive this at the time, by showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. Be admitting that we are wrong or we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. Again, it's about being honest and authentic. Remember I was saying that? By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show strength and vulnerability if that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried to the darkest of nights. Okay? So again, vulnerability, right? I'm going to read the inner child as well for you here. And I'm going to intertwine it with the strength because I do feel it's going to intertwine. Okay, so it says here, it is time to create more fulfilling, loving relationships with your inner child. Each person has within them aspects of the child, these parts of us that can be vulnerable. There's that word again. Misunderstood, unloved, not heard, and those wounded feelings we hold on to as children. When we take these experiences into adult life, our connection to the inner child is sometimes forgotten. Have you been beating yourself up lately, or been down on yourself and allowed people and situations in your life to affect you negatively? Pulling this card highlights that you are currently reacting to a situation from the perspective of the inner child. Old wounds may be opened and you may feel trapped and confused. Here's that confusion we have here, right? Know that it's time to give your inner child some love and care. Take some time to tune into this wounded being who lies within you. Ask what he or she requires in order to heal. You may feel drawn to go and see a healer, or to simply take some quiet time to engage in inner dialogue with this part of you. Whatever is required, know it is a powerful time of healing and breaking free from these old restraints. It's time to set your inner child free and allow this aspect of you to feel safe, loved, and heard. It's time to be fully engaged and present with your inner child to allow deep connection and healing. Love, love, love is the key. It's also very important to allow the inner child out to play. Life can become so serious we forget to play. Create joy and have fun. When was the last time you played and felt like a kid? What does your inner child want you to do? Go play on a swing, dance, paint, and go to the beach? It's time to let your inner child express himself or herself with play and joy. And so your affirmation, pile 4, is my inner child is free to express love and joy. Alright, so these two cards mentioned the strength in being vulnerable, right? To being authentic, to being, again, like I said, like that child, right? And so I'm gonna have a heart healing meditation sound frequency for you guys in the description box for you, specifically pile 4, but I'm also gonna add a meditation to heal your inner child, because I do believe if you have been drawn to this pile, it's because you have some deep wounds from your childhood that you need to heal in order to step into your highest version of yourself. And in fact, I actually will do a reading later on sometime in the next coming weeks specifically for the inner child. I'm all about facing the shadows to reach enlightenment and be your best version. That is my goal for humanity, right? So I'm going to do a reading for the inner child specifically in the next coming weeks. Focusing a bit on 2022 this week though. And so we have the dry desert as well. So we have the 5 of coins, we have the dry desert. The dry desert is saying there's something barren in your life. There's something that's just dead. It's like beating a dead horse and it ain't getting up. You need to let it go. What it's saying, right? There's something. Lover, job, some situation. There's something that's just dead, and take what resonates. You would know best what that is, right? And it's leaving you in this energy too, right? This hopeless energy. You don't want to be in that. You don't want to be confused. You want to be this Knight of Coins, which you're going to get there. But the process of getting there is healing that inner child, having that inner strength, right? It says, be generous, because success and emotional fulfillment are yours. So own that, right? You're not this. You're not a victim. You're not out in the cold. There's still hope. You are in control of your own destiny. Don't forget that, how powerful you are. Don't forget that. And you're actually going to know that by the end of 2022. You're going to know your power. Because you got the shark. You got the Empress. And when you really get into this Empress energy, that's when the love's gonna come, right? That's when someone's gonna be desiring you. Because we have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. So what are you focusing on? Whatever's making you feel out in the cold, lost. What are you focusing on, right? Your thoughts create your reality. This is only the real thing is love, so focus on that. I'll read what it says here. It says, you may have been conditioned to dwell on problems. It's important to remember the true reality is love. Choose to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear when you affirm everything is okay when I choose love. There are many things you can do to shift into a more loving flow. Work at having a healthy, encouraging conversations with yourself and others. Squash any negative inner dialogue and notice the positive aspects in people in your life. Be realistic about what's going on in your life. Yes, only love is real, but there is sadness, depression, doubt, worry, and anger. This card is about finding balance in your life so the challenging times are not overwhelming. And you're able to remember that love is the core of everything. The dominant imagery of this card could represent the tree of life rooting. So look at this, the tree of life rooting in the earth and extending towards heavens. Right? You can see that? Yet, so while you're having a human experience, it can appear you are alone. Yet, in the heavenly realm, we are all one and love prevails, right? So you see all this? All this is with you. So you're not left out in the cold. You're not, right? When you start healing this pain within, when you really do the work to heal this pain within, you're going to start remembering that we are all connected. And not just me telling you, you're going to feel it. You're going to know it, right? It's the difference between someone telling you and actually feeling it. Feeling one with everything, feeling one with the universe, feeling one with earth, feeling one with the animals, feeling one with your fellow humanity, right? And the connection, love, connecting us all. It says, find and meditate on something you're optimistic about. Meditate. Come from a place of gratitude as well. We have Shark here. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. You have Archangel Metatron and Jules. Metatron is the archangel that helps all the starseeds. So if you resonate with the starseed, there's a really deep purpose for actually healing the inner child, because you are meant to lead by example. Because by healing yourself, then you can teach others to do it as well. I'm going to read the Shark to you. Okay? So what it says here is, and this is amazing, I'm going to go a little bit on about sharks, but it says here, lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. These formidable fish are fifth dimensional, originating from Nigeli, the ascended aspect of Mars within the oceans. They're spiritual leaders who demonstrate discipline, duty, honor, and focus. They protect those who need it as they carry out their sole mission of keeping life in the waters in divine right order. They also form an integral part of the spiritual army that protects the knowledge held by the dolphins. Sharks are very psychic. They have developed all their senses and used them to locate the tiniest vibration in the water. They also use their senses to fulfill their service mission, which is to scavenge and keep the oceans clear and clean. By allowing their numbers to be decimated, the large sharks are drawing our attention to the importance of ecological balance. Their higher diamond light codes now have been activated so they can connect to their home planet and other parts of the universe. That's why they're all shiny here, you can see. It says here, the guidance of this card is the Master card of the Peaceful Spiritual Warrior. You're called on to strengthen, discipline yourself, claim your power, and act as a calm, wise influence for the highest good of all. To do this effectively, you'll need to develop all 5 senses to tune into the needs of those around you. Because you are strong, sensitive, and important, you may have sacrificed in some way for the common good. Your guidance is to examine your life and decide what brings you satisfaction. Bring more of these things into your life so that your wise wisdom is founded on a feeling of personal contentment. Okay? So personal contentment is not this 5 of coins. It's not feeling out in the cold. It's not being confused. Not knowing which way to go. It's standing in your power, knowing what you want, and being this Knight of Coins. Right? And leading by example. Sharks are interesting because just literally yesterday, my boyfriend was showing me these videos on YouTube about sharks. They're a lot smarter than people make them out to be. People always depict them as this being these mindless monsters that just chomp and munch and eat everything mindlessly. But they're quite smart, actually. They're showing videos of these sharks that lots of times are swimming around people, swimming around children, bother them. Right? And they even showed sharks swimming among dolphins and swimming among what they would consider food. Right? And so they're not these mindless monsters that just eat everything. I mean, if they did, why are they cool? You know, among... So sorry, pile 4, there was a disruption. Anyways, as I was saying, basically, you know, sharks have a bit more intelligence than people make them out to be. Like I said, I was watching a video with my boyfriend yesterday, and they were swimming among even dolphins and animals that they would consider food, and they weren't attacking them, right? They were just swimming among them peacefully and casually. And so if they're well fed, you know, they'll leave you know, the dolphins and everything alone. And so they're a bit smarter than people make them out to be, basically, is what I'm saying. And also, another thing too is that you're more likely to survive a shark attack than, say, a crocodile attack. Because, you know, a shark may test the waters a bit, you know, and get a little bite or a little bit of arm and leg or something. But nah, if a crocodile gets you, you are gonski, right? They eat you. There's no just a missing limb. That crocodile is going to devour you completely. So... as I was saying, sharks have that curiosity about them, and they don't always eat everything, right? They're not these mindless monsters. So back to what we're talking about, desire. So someone is desiring you. So in 2022, there will be some love coming into your life. There will be someone that's desiring you. So take what resonates, because this is a general reading. So if you're single, there will be a love interest that will come into your life. If you already have someone in your life, then there will be a renewal of desire within that connection, right? Because there's someone that is desiring you, right? And it's going to come about from really embodying this Empress energy, right? I mean, Empress is boss energy, right? It's the ultimate feminine energy. It's about not just maternal and motherly energy and nurturing energy, but it's also about creativity and abundance, you know. And you have the flower here, right? You know, success and emotional fulfillment are yours, right? So abundance is coming your way when you really start healing that inner child, when you really embody that shark energy as well, right? But what's holding back love is a few things, because we have the Nine of Swords here, and the Nine of Swords is the nightmare card. It's the anxiety card. It's things that keep you up at night, right? So I wanted to have some clarification on these cards, so even more cards I pulled for you guys, because I just wanted some more clarification. So I wanted some clarification on the Nine of Swords. I got the Ten of Wands here. Actually, sorry, it was upright. So I got the Ten of Wands, and then I got the Knight of Swords, and then I got the Two of Cups in reverse, right? And I want some clarification on this boss energy. I got the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse, right? And then of course we have time, and then we have trust. So reading this as a whole, what's going on, okay. So what I feel with the Knight of Swords is a very fast moving energy. It's the fastest knight in the tarot. He even has a dust cloud. He's moving so fast. The Knight of Swords can be moving so fast he's reckless. And so we have time. You're trying too hard, give it time. So remember, it's a general reading, so take what resonates. Sometimes we want to force love rather than letting it unfold naturally, right? So if you're beating a dead horse, if the desert's dry, if there's no life in this situation, in this connection, then, you know, in time, truth is revealed, right? Always within time, right? And you can't force love either. And we have the Two of Cups in reverse. And so there's love that wants to come in. But part of it is two things. You need to give it time for it to unfold naturally and come to you. And the other thing is trust. To get out of this Nine of Swords anxiety, worrying too much. You're worrying too much. And what it's doing, it's stopping these new beginnings that want to come through. We have the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, stability and passion. But there is someone desiring you, or will be desiring you in this year. But the only thing that's making it a bit stagnant is these two things, time and trust. It says here, transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So it's about surrendering to the situation as is, right? Accepting is the first step. And when you really surrender to the universe as well, surrender to what you cannot control. Remember, you can only control yourself. You can't control anyone else. You can't make someone love you. You can't make someone commit. Right? Then something's going to magically transform you. You got to become this boss. You got to lead by example. You got to heal. You got to get out of this hopeless energy as well. Stop beating the dead horse. Get out of the desert. Because there's flowers all around you. There's abundance, fulfillment, success. That's what's going to bring this desire, right? And so messages from your angels, we have prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me to be flexible in my attitudes and beliefs. Help me not to fear the transition nature of life. Help me to remember the eternal light which emanates from my soul, and the eternal light which emanates from the heart of every living thing. Help me to remember that I am eternally guided and loved by God and all creation. So it's beautiful. Okay. Another message from the angels, creativity. So it's interesting that you got the Empress, which is the third card in the tarot deck, which represents creativity, creation. We, your angel messengers, are here to help. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart. as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. So another message about your inner child and having joy and another boss energy too, because when you love life, people are going to love to be around you. You know, it's just a win-win. You're loving life, people are loving life with you, right? And so that's the advice, that's the guidance, that's what's going to happen with you in year 2022. So pile 4, this is your reading. If it resonated with you, please help out my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. I love you all so very much, and I wish you the very best. Love and light. Take care. Alright, pile 5. If you chose this red stone here, this is your reading. So the theme of this reading is the 2022 predictions. So what you can expect to occur, what challenges may come about, what blessings, if you have any challenges, how you can best overcome them, and advice, and just general predictions of what to expect for the year. Okay, and so you guys are special because you're the only group that actually had 2 cards from this oracle deck. So I have 2 here, and this is the overall theme for 2022. This is from the Universe Has My Back oracle. So the first one is true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. And then for your second card, you have when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. This is one of my favorite quotes. I actually have it in a short video that I made. In fact, I'll actually link it to this reading so you guys can have a look of that, because it's actually just a beautiful quote. So from the tarot, I have the Sun, and so this is from the Dreams of Tarot. I have the Sun, the Ace of Coins, and the Lovers. And we have Christmas. Something is significant about this holiday. This is from your angels. So there's a little prayer here. We have be authentic, balance. Your spirit animal is the Kingfisher. We have wish, the Witch, and we have mountain, which we'll put here. Actually, see if we can squeeze everything. Maybe move that back. See if we can fit everything here. Actually, we can probably move some stuff down, but actually we have it all in. That's good. Just want to make sure everything fits. We can move this a little bit. Okay. So. Alright. Pile 5. This reading is beautiful. It's my favorite reading out of all the piles. It's just so beautiful and so positive. So we're in January, right? We're in the January of 2022. So what this reading is telling me here is that something significant fired in you during this past December. And perhaps it's, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. Perhaps it's been leading up to epiphany that finally hit you around this time, around December mark, around the holiday mark. You know, a lot of people do a lot of reflection during the holidays, as is anyway. We have a lot of gatherings. During this time, a lot of us haven't been able to gather as much as we like to as well, because of, depending where you are in the world, lockdowns, and I haven't seen my own family in such a long time, because I'm in Australia and we've been in lockdown for ages. We haven't been able to travel. I was supposed to visit my family in the States in 2020, and just recently they opened up the borders where we can actually travel now. It's been a long time. But yeah, like I said, the holidays just in general, whether there's a pandemic or not, a lot of us just take a lot of reflection. We think about what we're grateful for. We think about our past, you know, and really what's important in life too, right? You know, our loved ones and what's really important, you know. So for you, pile 5, this time has been very significant for you. And this is beautiful. Like I said, this reading's so beautiful. So we start off here with true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So in regards to triggers, so you think about what triggers you is where you actually need healing, because everyone has different triggers, right? So I'll give you an example. Like my boyfriend has a friend who really gets upset when he calls him dodgy, like as a joke. And I think we all think it's funny because no one really gets offended by that word, but for some reason his friend Sam really gets offended by that word. And you know, my boyfriend's like, well, that's because Sam is dodgy, you know, that's why he gets offended by it. It's like that word triggers him, right? And say, for example, somebody grew up in an abusive upbringing, right? And me and my cousins, we muck around all the time, we wrestle each other, we choke each other, we goof off. But if we were to do that with a certain friend we have that we know has come from an abusive upbringing, like really uncomfortable with it, and it triggers them. And so my point being is that when we have triggers, it's not the other person's fault that triggers you. It's actually your fault that you're being triggered. And it's not really a bad thing when I say it's your fault. It means that that's where you need healing. So whatever triggers you have, you know, whatever things you're sensitive about, whatever things irk you or really get under your skin, you know, that don't bother other people, because there's universal things, right? Like people universally don't like to be insulted. People universally don't like to feel pain, you know, but there's certain things that are uniquely trigger you that don't trigger other people. You have to dig deep and realize that that's where you need healing, okay? And what's beautiful about this reading is that I feel that you have been working on those triggers. And this is what's leading to this beautiful, beautiful confidence, this new beginning of material gain, so wealth and security and even love. I mean, it's all here. So with the sun, I'm just actually going to read what it says here. This sun card, I mean, the sun is one of the happiest cards in the tarot anyway. It's always about happy, joy, confidence, everything. But this particular one is amazing. Just look at how he's weaving all the planets around him. There's a very strong message about manifesting your desires here. It's all over here. We have the sun, we have the witch, which is in this oracle deck represents like the magician. You know, she even says earthly weaver of the world. The wish, right? This is also about, Kingfisher is also about wishing fulfillment too. I'm going to get deeper once I get into all of these. This reading is so big on manifesting, right? And stepping into your power to manifest. So we start off with the sun card here. And it says here, on this card we see a bright, powerful figure, suggestive of Apollo, the Greek god associated with light, healing, order, and reason. So healing, right? We're talking about healing what those triggers are. This card signifies the ultimate flowering of consciousness, okay? It says the image of the sun god juggling planets suggests that although on one level the universe is governed by physical laws, on the deeper level the universe motivating forces are actually our own attitudes and actions, okay? And so what's beautiful about this, right, is that we can see, like I said, we can see him juggling the planets, right? And this is your bright, this color also represents like the solar plex chakra as well, right? It's all about confidence, really standing in your power. And it says here that on the deeper level, the universe's motivating forces are actually our own attitudes and actions. So what that's saying is that, like, you create your own reality. Because you've been doing this healing, and because you have been finding the balance within yourself, becoming grounded, balancing yourself, and doing the work to heal, you're stepping into this beautiful power now where you're finding yourself, and this is helping you achieve your goals and your wishes and your desires. You're really stepping into that manifest, where you're realizing that you are one with the universe, that you co-create with the universe, right? And there's a balance. There's manifesting, right? There's part of it is surrendering, right? Because here it says here, dear guardian angel, this is your prayer here. Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Okay, so this is about letting go of the past, seeing the past as something learned, right? Not holding any guilt or regret. To see your perceived failures as not really failures, as learning lessons, right? And seeing experience has served a purpose and has set you on this path that you are on right now, which is perfect and in divine order, right? So because you're letting go of that fear, right, you are now really stepping in. And then we have even more, we have the Ace of Coins. So this is all connected, right? Because when you find your self-confidence and everything's connected, your love life gets in line, your material, financial gains get in line. It's all connected. Everything, right? Tell us that we have to sacrifice, you know, we see this in movies all the time, you know, oh, you know, if I want to have the love of my life, then be with like a rich person. You see movies like that, you know, that they give away their riches so they can be with like the love of their life. Or, you know, in order to have a lot of your time and, you know, be this CEO and not have time for your family and everything, right? The reality is we really can have it all, right? Like, what is abundance, right? Abundance isn't just, you know, dollar figures in your account. Abundance is feeling like you have enough. Because the problem is too with society as well is we tend to, the more money we make just means the more money we spend, right? I've talked to some friends that have decided to go part-time instead of working full-time, and they realize, you know what, I actually can survive on part-time money. I just don't spend as much. And now I actually have more time to spend with my family, I have more time to do my hobbies, I have more time to do the things that I enjoy, right? And so it's another way of looking at what actually, something that has kind of awoken to you as well throughout this time of year, right? And so everything's just falling and clicking into space. The Ace of Coins, beautiful card that shows promise of a new start in material matters, right? So it could have to do with money, it could have, you know, or even unexpected opportunities that are coming your way, right? But it's something to do within the material world, and it's a new beginning, right? Again, take what resonates, because this is a general reading, so whatever in the material world you're wishing for, it's coming about. This is the beginning of it, because you're stepping into this confidence, because you've done the healing, right? And then we have the Lovers. which is about like love, you know, and whether it's when you are in a relationship or you're looking for a relationship, or you just want more connection with self-love as well, and also with relationships within your family. It's all here. Like I said, everything, it's all intertwined, because abundance is not just material abundance, but it's also abundance in love as well. Love for yourself, love with your relationships and the connections as well. This is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful reading. And, you know, be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel, right? So it says here, you know, true healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So again, that's about that healing. It's about what's triggering me. Why am I being triggered by that? And recognizing I need to heal this. And realizing that your feelings are validated, even if, you know, you get offended by something that other people don't. It doesn't mean that those feelings aren't valid. Those feelings are valid. It just means that you have to heal something within yourself and recognize those feelings. Feel them, but then, you know, let that feeling feel it, recognize the feeling, and then let it pass. Don't hold on to it as well, because it's, you know, like again, it's about releasing as well, and that's part of the healing, right? And I'll have a meditation for the balancing for you guys as well, and also for some, I'll have a special one too for you guys, Pile 5, in regards to that will help with healing of past traumas, right? So I'll have that for you guys too in the description box for you guys, Pile 5. And so here we also have your spirit animal. So we have the kingfisher, right? And this is where we're going to go even deeper here. Oh, and the mountain as well. Actually, I'll talk about the mountain first. So the mountain, this card talks about, instead of like doing things the hard way, like climbing up the mountain, it's about being like water and just flowing around the mountain. Because remember how I was saying that part of manifesting is surrendering as well. Surrendering to the universe, surrendering to what you cannot control, and really taking on your power of what you can control, which is yourself, right? There's also going with the flow and trusting the universe. So say, for example, you want to manifest love in your life, right? If you want, say, you know, I want to be with someone that's committed, I want someone to value me for who I am and to love me for who I am. But surrendering to the universe would be not focusing on that actual person, but trusting the universe that love will come to you, whether it's that person that will wake up, or that relationship will heal, or the universe will bring that person to you. But it's about surrendering and being open to the universe bringing that to you. Or same with like a job, right? You want a job that's, for example, that it has a positive environment, that, you know, that's flexible so you can spend time with your family, but also pays you well enough where you can pay for all the things that you need to pay for, right? Whatever it is you desire, but not being fixated on a specific job, but being open to the universe to bring you that job in whatever shape or form that's meant to come to you. So it's a combination of being in your power, but also trusting the universe to provide it to you as well, being flexible in a way, right? And so the mountain is about that water flowing around the mountain, and so how life just kind of flows easily with you, where you become this witch, the earthly weaver of worlds, right? Where you can manifest your desires because you're actually going with the flow of the universe finally, right? You're moving around the mountain. So the mountain isn't an obstacle anymore, right? You're going with that flow, right? You know, there's that flow. Then we have the kingfisher here, which I was going to talk about, which is your spirit animal here. And I love these birds. They're so cute. In Australia, we have the kookaburras. They have like the cutest, like they have like this laugh. This sounds like they're laughing. This cry that they do sounds like they're laughing. It looks like they're smiling. They're so adorable. They're so cute. One of my favorite birds. You cannot look at them without just smiling. And this is your spirit animal. It's be patient and focus, Archangel Bakopi. which is your angel here that's helping you with your manifestations as well. This says here, when you grasp the pleasure of a kingfisher flashes past you, your sudden elevation in consciousness open doors of opportunity in the universe. The bird is demonstrating the importance of maintaining clear and positive thoughts and being ready for any break or chance that comes your way. Kingfishers teach us about patience while they wait serenely to catch a fish that are holding their focus on one appearing. By their positive intent, they attract the fish. As soon as their goal is in sight, they act immediately, right? So it's about positive intent. That's a big thing about manifesting, and it's so much easier when you're in the sun energy, right? When you have that confidence, you know? It's believing. It's also believing that you're going to achieve your goal, that you're going to get your wish, and really feeling that emotion that you would feel as if it's already occurred before it's even occurred, you know? Just knowing that it's going to happen. Like, you're so, like, you just know. You don't even worry about it. You don't stress about it. You're so joyful and happy because you know this material security is coming. You know this love is coming. You just know it, right? And because you're in that high, you're in that right vibration, like attracts like, then you manifest and you attract that to you, right? And the kingfisher, they're patient and they're focused, and they know I'm gonna get this fish, right? I'm focused on this fish and I know I'm gonna get it, and because I'm so believing in my ability to get that fish, I get it, right? That's what the kingfisher does. And it says, this card is reminding you it is time to be clear about your heart's desire. Set your vision positively and ask that it comes to you in a way that brings a positive outcome for everyone. Once you have decided what you wish to bring into your life, be prepared to be calm and patient while you focus on it intently. Watch out for any signs from the universe or intuitions that may direct you to a course of action, but do not let your thoughts waver. Remember that they are inevitably drawing your desire to you. As soon as it is within your grasp, take immediate action. This is a moment for speedy energy. The universe is about to offer you an opportunity, so stay positive and grounded. Something good is coming your way. And again, you know, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So gratitude, being grateful as well, is the best energy to be in. Be grateful for the roof over your head, the clothes on your back, and the food on your table. Coming from that high vibration, the universe will bring you more to be grateful for, right? It's how it works. And wish your heart's desire is ready to come true. So more about manifesting, more about your wish fulfillments, whatever they may be, Pile 5. And there's little instruments on how to do that. It says here, wish is about to come true. Daydreams could become a reality. Within your heart's desires will manifest. Tremendous emotional happiness and fulfillment will surround you. To get really clear on what you're wishing for, close your eyes right now and make a wish. What do you see? Feel the emotions of what are visualizing. See and feel how happy you are now that your wish is coming true. Open your eyes when you're ready and write down your wish immediately. Place your wish in your wallet where you can see it daily, or place it under your pillowcase overnight. This is a very powerful card that you received, and your positive energy will help manifest your wishes. So yes, like people have manifesting boards, they say, right? So there's a dream house that they want, and I made my dream house on The Sims. I'm gonna live in that house one day. You guys are I'm gonna be doing some tarot readings, and I'm gonna be like, this is the house I made in The Sims in real life. You're gonna see it. I know it. One day soon. I actually am thinking this year. So hold on to your butts. You're gonna see it, right? Because I've been promised that as well. I've been promised my 10 of Cups and my 10 of Pentacles repeatedly from the Tarot. Tarot never lies to me, and I will never lie to you either. And so I'm telling you, wishes are coming true. So write down whatever wishes you have. Like I said, some people have a manifestation board where they have their wishes and they just look on it every day and they're grateful for the wish that's coming, right? And so you could write it down as well, like the little booklet says, you can keep it under your pillow. But do this as part of manifesting as well. Okay, so pile 5, I am so amazed with this reading. This is so beautiful. I'm so happy for you guys, and I really hope this resonated with you. So if this resonated with you, please help out my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. I love you all so very much. Love and light, and bless and take care.